let me see if I get this right. 67,000 people potentially get $1,000. So that $1,000 is basically a little bit of punitive damages, but probably mostly like compensatory damages, because they then have to go give $400 to mugshots.com. This is a community-supported legal education channel. Find out how you can support our mission at the links in the description below. Plaintiff Dariush Taha brings this action for injunctive relief and damages pursuant to the Pennsylvania Criminal History Records Information Act, 18 PA Consolidated Statutes 9101 to 83. I guess 9101 to 9183, I think. Plaintiff is a citizen of New Jersey. Defendant, Ben Salem Township, is a municipal organization. This is against Bucks County in Pennsylvania, which is one county south of me, and I'll be driving through it in just an hour or two as I go to visit a friend this afternoon. On September 29th, 1998, plaintiff was arrested. Plaintiff contested the validity of his arrest. He complains about false arrest, false imprisonment, malicious prosecution, excessive force. On January 5th, 1999, he was placed in accelerated rehabilitative disposition. This is called the ARD program in the state of Pennsylvania. The ARD program allows you an alternative way to be punished, and then you usually have the right to get your charges expunged or minimized in some way this like one time. I think there's first offense ARD, there's second offense ARD, but the second offense ARD is completely different. First offense ARD is usually something where you're allowed to expunge or otherwise have a sort of minimal punishment as a slap on the wrist kind of thing. While plaintiff strongly believed himself innocent, he nevertheless accepted ARD. This is a common problem. Even an innocent person might consider that it's less risky to take a plea deal than it is to sit in front of a jury. On January 5th, 2000, he completed his ARD without incident. January 31st, President Judge Barry McAndrews issued an order directing the Ben Salem Police Department to expunge the arrest record and other criminal records of the defendant, like I just said. They request the return of such records as they have been made available to federal and state agencies, and that they destroy records on receipt of this order. On March 30th, plaintiff's attorney wrote to defendant, advising defendant of the order of expungement. April 5th, the defendant denied the official notice of order of expungement had been received. May 5th, they wrote back with a true and correct copy of the letter. May 23rd, they wrote acknowledging receipt and that they have complied with the expungement order by removing the records from our publicly accessible files. However, the reports have been preserved in a secure location in a legal file so as to allow for the defense of the civil action that is being pursued by your client. Upon information and belief, the defendants failed to expunge plaintiff's records. They wrote to plaintiff's counsel enclosing verifications that the state police and FBI had expunged the records. Plaintiff's civil action settled out of court. Then 13 years passed with no incident or conviction. No criminal proceedings were pending. And then December 23rd, the police department shared his criminal history information, including a mugshot, to Ching-O Chang LLC without extracting from the record the notations of arrest, indictments, etc. Ching-O Chang is not a criminal justice agency. The defendant, Ching-O Chang, is mugshots.com, which is in the business of publishing the criminal records of various individuals on its website and allowing internet users to comment on such photographs in order to draw social media attention to the individual's photograph, earn advertising revenue from same, and extract a $400 fee from the publicly disgraced individual in order to unpublish their photograph and information from this site. Having unlawfully obtained the plaintiff's criminal history record information, the defendant further disseminated the plaintiff's information on its website by posting the plaintiff's name, their mugshot, their date of birth, a physical description along with the plaintiff's date of confinement, date of release, county in which he was arrested, and a partial list of the charges arising from the plaintiff's arrest, none of which charges resulted in conviction, and all of which had been ordered to be expunged within 30 days of January 31st, 2000. As a direct and proximate result, he's been damaged, reputation, anxiety, frustration, emotional distress, embarrassment, invasion of privacy, and deprivation of the benefit of the bargain of accepting an ARD plea agreement. Yeah, can you imagine that? You accept a plea bargain even though you think you're innocent, only to find out that you're going to get tried in the court of public opinion? That sucks. All right, so they are being sued for their failure to expunge the court records and etc., wrongful dissemination of criminal history, intentional infliction of emotional distress against mugshots.com, and that's that. So then here in 2016, we have an order upon consideration of the defendants of the County of Bucks. It is hereby ordered. Plaintiff's motion for partial summary judgment is granted with respect to the sole issue presented by plaintiff. The court finds that plaintiff's criminal record history information was wrongfully disseminated to the public in violation of the provisions of Pennsylvania's Criminal Record History in Record Information Act. And defendant's motion for summary judgment was denied. So what do you have for me to show the audience now? What has happened?
So a federal jury on Tuesday ruled against Bucks County. I'm assuming this went to appeals. We couldn't find a document for this.
Okay.
But apparently that last Tuesday, they ruled against Bucks County, saying that the county officials had acted with reckless disregard or indifference in disseminating protected criminal history information. There were 67,000 people in the class, and each was awarded $1,000. So that's a $67 million lawsuit against Bucks County.
Yowza.
That they just lost, yeah. So
that, now hang on a second. So let me see if I get this right. 67,000 people potentially get $1,000. So that $1,000 is basically a little bit of punitive damages, but probably mostly like compensatory damages, because they then have to go give $400 to mugshots.com. So some portion of 67,000 people is going to go pay $400 to mugshots.com now because they want to get their mugshot off. Nice. Why didn't I think of mugshots.com? Why am I not this immoral?
I believe $1,000 is actually the minimum amount that can be awarded for this.
Okay.
And $10,000, if they can show that the Bucks County did it maliciously and not only knowingly but maliciously, they can award $10,000.
You don't have to be part of this class. Now, this is not legal advice, because you need to talk to your lawyer who's going to help you with this, because you got a lot of work to do if you're going to remove yourself from the class. But theoretically, you can, if you don't want to accept the award from the class, you can remove yourself from the class in a class action lawsuit and sue them separately. But you're gonna have to do it, because it's a lot more work to do that all yourself than to just join the class. And that's why people just let class action lawsuits resolve some of those problems, even though it seems like you don't get a whole lot. And that is our show. Thank you very much to our supporters on patreon.com/ljfrench and sponsors.org/u/lawfulmasses. Thank you very much to our $50 plus supporters for the month of June. Thank you very much to John Steele, Gavin Barnard, Kyle Mudrak, Eevi, Michael Pearce, Terry Chris, Richard Fournier, Spirit Bear, Jan Negrey, Daniel Perez, Aspernari, and Snorre Wisotzky. Andy says he'll be back. Maybe we can support Andy in some way. So if Andy needs our support. And then the $5 plus supporters are scrolling on the LED panel behind me. This month I made the sponsors supporters first. Next month I'll switch it back, or we'll figure out some script so that I can go back to doing it based on donation and time. But for now you're first, because I don't want to neglect you. So thank you all very much for joining me today. I will have a very special video for you. We did dog pool party this week, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to incorporate it into the outro, so we'll have that playing here then. Until next time, I will see you in the videos that drop. I am Leonard French, your favorite copyright attorney. Thank you to Tactical and Brandon and Kaylee who are here with me today, and have a great week. Love you all. Bye.